It's my pleasure to have today with the foreign ministers of the European Union, the Director General of the International Organization for Migrations and the High Commissioner for Refugees of the United Nations. The European Union works enormously with the IOM and the UNHCR in full partnership. We support their work politically, but also from a financial point of view all over the world. Our approach to both the migration and the refugee phenomenon are global ones, but we have obviously specific projects together. On all of them, the European Union puts a lot of emphasis. We believe that that is the right approach to follow. Support to the UN system, support to the international agencies and organizations, full respect of human rights, protection of migrants and refugees, and this is our commitment. We will discuss obviously together with the ministers and with William Swing and Filippo Grandi, especially the work we're doing in the central Mediterranean and inside Libya, but also obviously much more than that. I would like to praise their work and publicly say that the European Union fully supports their approach, and we are partners in a very difficult work, but we can count on good standards, good people, and a lot of determination.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here at the invitation of the High Representative once again. The European Union is our most important multilateral partner. We're working across the board under a strategic framework agreement that we signed several years ago. We're delighted to be able to be here today to speak to the foreign ministers. You know, migration is a mega trend of our time. It's become the missing piece in the globalization process. It's a human reality. We have no choice. We have to try to manage it. It's inevitable, given the various driving forces, including demographic imbalances. It is necessary if jobs are to be filled, skills to be found, and economies to flourish. And it's highly desirable if we manage it correctly, and that's exactly what the three of us in our organizations are trying to do, to manage it in a manner that is helpful to the migrations and helpful to the countries of origin and destination. Obviously, we're particularly concerned about the number of deaths that continue to occur. We're working to do that now. And this really depends a lot on trying to bring stability back to Libya and that part of the world where so many of the migrants are coming from. So we're looking forward to a very productive conversation today. I'm delighted to be here, and we will be continuing to work across the board with the European Union.
Much has been said. Just to add that, thank the High Representative for inviting us. Second, from our perspective, High Commissioner for Refugees, we're particularly interested in ensuring that the component of this mega movement that Bill Swing referred to, the component that needs protection because they flee from conflict, they flee from persecution, from human rights violation, that component be given the protection that it needs. And I'm always encouraged to hear Federica Mogherini speaking about respect of human rights. Second, I think it's very important that we as UNHCR contribute to finding solutions, including practical solutions, to a flow that has been, let's say it, difficult to manage. Difficult for states in transit, that are transit states for population movements, difficult for Libya, difficult for Europe. So I look forward to this discussion with the foreign ministers, because I think that only working together we can find those principal solutions that we're all seeking for.
Mr. Grandi, can you tell us a few words about the human condition inside the detention center that you found on the ground, and how many centers are you let's say, running today?
Both IOM and UNHCR are involved in this. Both Bill Swing and I have been in Libya, and their conditions are terrible. Actually, we usually visit those that are less bad than others, so I can just imagine that conditions in others are even worse. We really need to transform to get out of this logic of detention and establish reception centers where we can have access to people that need our help and give them solutions in more appropriate conditions.
And this is essential also for the European Union to support this approach. And the presence that both UNHCR and IOM are starting to have inside Libya is also thanks to our partnership and our common work. We will continue to do so. It's very important for us as well.
I would
The
just
Mogherini-
say, my friend Filippo has already said it. When we were both there, we've discovered several things. One is that the government needs a lot of help in building its own capacity. There are about more than 30 of these detention centers, several thousand people. We're working in about 20 of them. The first efforts to be done are to try to separate the men and the women, separate facilities, upgrade those that exist, and eventually, as Filippo, you were saying, try to turn them into open reception centers where people can come and go and lead a more humane life. So there's a lot of work to be done there, and we're eager to start that through our visits to Libya.
But I'm afraid we will have to join the ministers. I will meet you later. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.